Well, I have my news up here at Adesawe in Kanda. This is News 360. I am Alfred Okansi.
And I am Portia Gabo. Coming up the headlines.
News 360 Headlines is brought to you by Deluxy Acrylic Paint, Heaven Insecticide Spray and Coil,
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste,
and Apart Foods.
My Life Insurance.
Tonight, Parliament approves budget in the absence of the minority as government makes no concessions.
Former Finance Minister and Central Bank Governor Dr. Kwabena Duffuor chides government for not consulting widely before introducing electronic transactions levy in 2022 budget.
Also tonight, aggrieved toll booth operators call for a reversal of Roads and Highways Minister's directive to scrap toll collection.
Coming up in business news tonight, research conducted by University of Oxford and University of Ghana Business School reveal most online companies, particularly those in food delivery and ride-hailing platforms, do not meet basic standards of fair work.
On the international front tonight, Barbados becomes world's newest republic and officially removes Queen Elizabeth II as its head of state. We're live on TV3 Ghana on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com. Now, Parliament has approved the budget. This is the 2022 budget in the absence of the minority as government makes no concessions from what we're gathering, despite a rejection by the House on Friday that was made up of the minority, 137 of them. The majority caucus today also overturned the set decision on Friday. And this is what is generating a lot of conversation about this 8th Parliament. What we don't know is that clearly it was an unprecedented representation in this 8th Parliament, 137, an independent candidate was going to keep giving, but not at the expense of the Ghanaian people. Now, with what's happened today, questions have been raised about this Parliament standing orders. Follow me closely. This is what Parliament standing orders talks about, 108.1, specifically pertaining to what happened today. It says, no question for decision in the House shall be proposed for determination unless there are present in the House not less than 1/2 of all the members of the House, not less than 1/2, and except otherwise provided in the Constitution, the question proposed shall be determined by the majority of votes of members present and voting. Now, the second part is where we put emphasis on 108.2 of Parliament standing orders. This is where what happened today, whether the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, the Honorable Joe Osei-Owusu, who is also a member of Parliament on the ticket of the NPP, did have the right to vote in today's proceedings. Take a look at this, 108.2. Mr. Speaker shall have neither an original nor a casting vote, and if upon any question before the House, the votes are equally divided, the motion shall be taken to be lost. So, Mr. Speaker shall have neither an original nor a casting vote. And if upon any question before the House, the votes are equally divided, the motion shall be taken to be lost. This is what Parliament Standing Orders 108.2 talks about. So that is what the minority in Parliament earlier today made reference to in questioning why the Honorable Joe Osei-Owusu counted himself as the 138th person. But let's hear from the members of Parliament speaking today.
The motion that was moved by the Honorable Minister and have been debated is now ready for a decision to be taken. We have already determined that the appropriate number
We're going to bring you back shortly, but that was Honorable Joe Osei who actually presided over Parliament's proceedings today. He is the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament. He is a Member of Parliament. And then the counting, which he said is 138, because then they became the majority to be able to take this decision today. That's what's been questioned based on this, whether he had the right to actually vote. But the minority has hit back at the majority side over the proceedings in the House earlier today. Let's take a look.
This budget was approved with concessions. Concessions are known to the Parliament of Ghana and concessions are known to us. And that we decided to stand strong because we do not support the introduction of an e-levy. We have repeatedly cautioned that it will take us back into what we have been trying to do to a cash functional economy and affect the development of a digital economy. And they are just being opportunistic and exploitative with those particular issues. If they claim that they respect the Constitution, they must respect the fact that today's decision is a constitutional nullity because the Deputy Speaker has no original nor casting vote, nothing more. And therefore, they were at best 137.
Well, that's the minority leader, Haruna Iddrisu, talking there. There's a reason why he talks about the fact that they are 137, because originally, if the Speaker is sitting as per this standing order, his vote is not counted as per Parliament standing order. Lawyer is joining us on that's on Zoom right now. Lawyer Justice Abdullahi. He's a constitutional lawyer. He understands the proceedings and what's happened today. Lawyer, good evening to you. Thank you for your time this evening. So we saw what happened on Friday. The Speaker, Albert Bagbin, great. He presided over the minority's disapproval of the budget. Today, we've seen the majority with the first Deputy Speaker sitting and approving the 2022 budget with 137 members of Parliament. How do we react to all of this that's happened from Friday to today?
Alfred, you know my reaction already, that this is very good for our democracy. It's healthy and it should be supported. And indeed, it's a clarion call on all stakeholders that indeed our hitherto parliament that used to be simply a rubber stamping parliament is giving way to a healthy democratic development with that sort of urgent need for consultative engagements for decision making, and a failure to do so, the ramifications are clear, and that is what is unfolding before all of us. I think all sides should, at this moment, remember that we no longer have that kind of authoritarian parliament that we have had in the past, where sometimes one side would have as much as 164 members as against the other side, which would barely boost of 100. And so this is very good, and I love every single minute of everything that is unfolding.
Well, but you see, lawyer, not to interrupt you though, I mean, yes, it is good. We knew that this 8th parliament, unprecedented as it is, was going to keep giving us, but not at the expense of the Ghanaian people, because now consensus is not being achieved, cooperation is missing. And then here's where we are with the budget that has not been approved. Really, who benefits from all of this?
I completely agree, but Alfred, without these infightings, we will never learn to cooperate and consult each other going forward. It is when these bitter experiences happen, guaranteed, I can guarantee you literally that next year's budget will never have the same experience, and the following year will never have this, because each side would have learned from the bitter experiences of this year. And so, unless, of course, somebody wouldn't think of that, then, of course, then I'd probably understand you. Otherwise, this is very healthy and it's very good for our democratic credentials. Except with the speaker voting, I mean, casting an original vote, which I know is not the subject of this particular discussion, but if it comes up, I think that is the only no-go area in this whole issue that unfolded before us. The Speaker doesn't have that constitutional right at all. In fact, particularly coming from people who were challenging the rejection on the basis of constitutionality, I did not expect that they would in turn get involved in yet further unconstitutional conduct. I didn't expect that to happen at all. But unfortunately, we have had that also happen. I think in our bid to expeditiously get done what we do not have the authority to do, we all get into the frenzy of doing the unlawful things.
Well, you see, and that's where the concern is. So how do we correct this unlawful that you have identified, this unlawful thing that the Speaker, the First Deputy Speaker, counted himself as part of the 138 who took this action?
And I think, like I said, that whole experience was simply to undo what has been done without going through the appropriate means. And so in their bid to overturn the decision of the Speaker, I think he was too much in a hurry to ignore the fact that his own standing orders say that he is not, he doesn't have that original vote when it comes to voting. So he couldn't have added himself to it. And I do not know who advised them to do what they did. Because if you listen to me on Saturday, I had cautioned that the right way to go is to have that dialogue. And that would have been the best way of resolving this whole mess that we find ourselves in. Dialogue would have resolved all the, in fact, the potential problem that would ensue when the Speaker resumes sitting 2 weeks or 3 weeks from today. I know this matter will come up and it will come back biting all of us. Unfortunately.
Lawyer Justice Abdullahi, thank you so much. He's a private legal practitioner joining us, consensus, cooperation, and the dialogue is missing. And my colleague, Komla Kluche, who's a parliamentary correspondent, sat through the entire proceedings from morning till today. He joins us in studio. Portia?
Yes, thank you so much, Alfred. And Komla Kluche was in Parliament, like Alfred said. Komla, you just returned from that press briefing with the minority leader saying that henceforth every decision going forward will be by head count. What will be the consequences of this?
Well, if it will be by head count, what it means is that, one, we all know that the ministers of state who are also members of the House, they do not come every other time. I mean, let me use a typical example. For instance, when the roads minister was out of the country, they needed him sometimes to ask specific issues. He wasn't around. The Minister of Health, sometimes even the Minister of Finance as well. But the Minister of Finance is not a member of the House. So if it comes to decisions of the House when numbers will play, where ministers of state are not in the chamber, then the numbers would be an issue herein. But then it also tells the number of MPs who will come from the minority side. More often than not, I mean, in the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, one person who has been raising the issue about the government side not being serious about work in the House is the Adaklu MP. He's always raised the concerns that Parliament advertises the commencement of business at 10 in the morning or 10 a.m. But then the minority side, Mr. Speaker, are always there on time, but the majority side or the government side that should make the advancement of the business do not come on time. And when they even come, not many of them are there. Sometimes they come in their numbers. So what it means going forward is that if the minority is going to stick to the issue of head count or strict voting, then it means the numbers will play a role. But then I went further to ask the minority leader whether or not once the state of the proceedings for today, which is the approval of the budget by the majority side, will they continue with the appropriation and then the estimates? The response he gave me was that consensus has fallen a victim now, that he thinks going forward they will go strictly according to what they want.
Now, Komla, paint a picture of exactly what happened in the House today before the drama unfolded.
So let me say that sitting, which was advertised to start at 10 a.m., it delayed for several hours. From 10 o'clock, sitting started almost at 4 p.m. And this was because there were caucus meetings, negotiations, wanting to build a consensus here and there. Yes, indeed, both sides had agreed or have agreed that they met the Minister of Finance. They also met other party bigwigs who have control over the two sides. And the issues that the minority raised was what the Minister of Finance clearly wanted to deal with. So if you listen to him speak on the floor, what he said was that the concerns the minority raised, yes, they had met them and wanting to agree with them. So the issue of the tidal waves in the Keta area or the Blekusu one, they said they have agreed that they will do something about it. That of Ejapa, which they raised as well, they said it will be off because there's no estimation for that in the budget. The issue about the benchmark, where he said some further consultations needed to have been done. Then the humongous issue of the e-levy. He said, they told them that, well, it will be a difficulty, even though they listened to them. The proposal of the minority to them was, if they were not going to scrap it, then they should hit it, draw it down to 1%. And he told them that no, it is not going to be a possibility. They needed to come to a consensus, that the minority still stood their grounds and said no. Then at that time, negotiations had broken down, so they had to return to the chamber. But when they returned to the chamber, it was only the majority side. And when they came, the first thing was to correct the proceedings of Friday the 26th. They corrected the proceedings, and then the majority leader stood up and then raised the motion to point to the fact that what happened on the Friday was a nullity and that it was unconstitutional, and he went ahead to even talk about the speaker. Then he filed a motion again, so to speak, asking the House to approve of the budget. Mr. Speaker did a head count, which included he himself. He had added himself to it, and then they did it. At the end of the day, they had approved that this was going to go for them, and everything has been redone according to them.
Thank you so much, Komla Kluche, for your time. Interesting days in Parliament coming up ahead. And still on the e-levy, government should have consulted widely before deciding on the introduction of the levy on electronic transactions in the 2022 budget. Former Finance Minister and Central Bank Governor tells Roland Walker lack of adequate engagement of important stakeholders have greatly affected rollout of the well-intended policies of the Akufo-Addo government.
What do you think, based on your observation, is wrong with the way we're managing our economy simply?
I wouldn't say that we are where we are now because of any competent handling. I don't think so. And it's a strategy. It's a strategy. Okay. I think the revenue issue started before Nana came in. Because revenue, we had achieved about 33% between 2009 and 2012. It had dropped about 19% before he came in. So it was not, it didn't happen during their time, but not reversing it is perhaps what we can talk about. And I think it's because it's a strategy. Don't forget that Atta Mills was the head of revenue for 8 years. I've been a governor before. So the two of us had experience which the present team.
The levy on electronic transactions, what should we have been doing before now?
Management is all about consultation. You understand? Management is about consultation. You consult, you discuss. When you agree, you go on. Okay. At times, we like to be sacrificed. Okay? But with that consultation, you get into some challenges. It works if you consult. I believe in that.
We're talking about how some of the Southeast Asian countries have been able to create jobs for their people through great industrialization. Why haven't we been able to do that, growing the economy and creating jobs?
Are we working hard enough in this country? Are you sure we work hard? You see the Chinese, when you give the Chinese a contract, they sleep on site. don't they? Instead of sleeping on site, they take their work seriously. We have to, as a nation, understand that the only way to make it is to work hard. Are we working hard enough? I don't think so. We can make it. We have all the resources, but I'm not sure we are working hard enough.
There's more of this on 3news.com, but something related to the details of the 2022 budget. Aggrieved toll booth operators are calling for a reversal of the Roads and Highways Minister's directive to scrap the collection of tolls. Scores of members of Ghana Toll Booth Workers Union mustered up in front of Parliament to protest and petition government to give them back their sole means of livelihood. Lord Edwasari reports.
The Finance Minister did say that toll booth workers will be reassigned. Today, many of them are gathered here in front of Parliament House to register their displeasure because that hasn't happened yet.
Bayanka cry bedino, eya yawaseno, and na yasi e pescas yes yamai, and to wakuto, and ne Mali, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina, Mpo, and a say a quine.
What have we done to you? You enjoy free amenities but have deprived us of our livelihoods. Do you want us to go beg for alms?
Yanko Viana, Yanko Sirana, Yatekwan was here, say Ghana, Ghana yet time. Bonnie Benny, I am.
Kaiser, me where you the application called baby.
I once sent an application but was rejected because the employer said Akufo-Addo had already given us someone.
Me patroto ne enya medjuma oho nya me field but enam say adwuma na me nya nti na me wo ho oga jam say na do amanya adwuma nti no oho no so mo di mo obi foforo nti na me qualify but o ma fa adwuma na ama me.
Toll booth work have been dismissed. I don't really know the reason why they are doing that, and what their reason is that most often at the toll booths there always this traffic issue and then riot and all sort of things. But I don't really get it because what the parliamentarians or whatever the people are saying, I think they're supposed to go down and then verify everything themselves. They can't just sit at their offices and then declare everything as if they are on the ground experiencing what we are going through.
After hours of protesting, representatives of the Toll Booth Workers Union submitted a petition to the leadership of the House. The aggrieved toll booth workers noted that with the current challenges of unemployment in the country, there's no way government's promise of reassigning them will become a reality.
Oh, when he said that we'll be giving alternative livelihoods, makes me think that that means for good. He wants to tell me that the toll has been scrapped for good, you know, which should not be the case. I mean, you have to consider the recommendation that will be made before you can tell me that.
The General Secretary said he hoped their concerns would be addressed when a revised budget is presented to Parliament. For TV3 News, Lord Edwasari, Accra.
In more news tonight, so far just a little over 2 million people have been fully vaccinated against the COVID-19 disease in Ghana. With government new strategy to get more people vaccinated in December, we gauge the mood and anticipation of people ahead of the exercise starting on Wednesday, December 1.
November 28, Ghana had received over 12 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines, including AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, Pfizer, and Sputnik V. 7.4 million more doses of vaccines are expected into the country before the end of the year. Nearly 5.5 million doses have been administered, with 5 million persons having had either 1 or 2 doses. Experts project it will take 279 days to administer more vaccines to another 10% of its vaccinated population.
When the COVID-19 infections began in Ghana, many outbreak response programs were put in place, including a lockdown at disease-burdened areas. However, it appears to some observers the momentum has waned.
for fear of the country hitting its fourth wave like other countries and the possibility of recording cases of the new variant, the Omicron. There is the need to get more people vaccinated. The month of December has been declared vaccination month. But how is the populace reacting to the new strategy?
Me and my family, we are not ready to even vaccinate. Seriously speaking, because the whole COVID thing is a scam. They know what they are doing, so it's better they find something better to tell we Ghanaians. But they shouldn't use this COVID to, torment the people's life. That if you won't vaccinate, you can't go to bank, you can't go to this, you can't go to that. It doesn't make sense.
I know it's going to be a daunting task. I am not too sure that we'll be able to do or vaccinate the last person. But at least when the greater number of population is vaccinated, I think we are good to go.
To be frank, as I say with you, everything, I'm not interested. You understand? I'm not interested to vaccinate at all. Just mine to focus and protect myself, have not to be infected by the sickness.
The country has recorded 24 new cases with 669 active case count. 130,920 total confirmed cases and 129,042 recoveries and discharge, with 1,209 deaths recorded.
Clearly, a lot more sensitization is needed.
Exactly, especially on vaccine hesitancy and misinformation.
Absolutely. You're still live here on News 360. We're live on TV3 Ghana on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com.
We have business news coming up shortly with Della Michelle.
Hello, my friends. My name is Calcate Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Calcates. Happy smile.
We were totally crushed when our child was diagnosed with cancer.
We knew we just couldn't afford the treatment. And then you came to our rescue through the Camel Antiseptic Liquid because we care initiative.
Join us again to fight childhood cancer. All you have to do is to buy Camel Antiseptic Liquid, and we will use 10 pesos to support the Because We Care initiative to help a child with cancer. Give 10 pesos, give hope. This advert is FDA approved.
I'm going to interview Zuzum right here in my house. Hey!
Look up there. Why are you using inferior pen?
It was a mistake. I no check.
Akrobetu, I'm going to knock you out.
I know, sir.
You deserve quality.
Don't make mistakes. Stop.
You did the right thing.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any paint, be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint me champion.
Introducing new Sunlight 2-in-1. It gives you burst, after burst, after burst of long-lasting freshness. New Sunlight 2-in-1 for burst after burst of long-lasting freshness.
Hey, Charlie, what number? The malaria will knock you down, eh?
Charlie, no joke. Fever, headache, vomiting, loss of appetite. I couldn't even eat my usual fufu.
You and your fufu. But I hope you got tested before the malaria treatment.
Yes, I did. And thanks to Malatu, I kicked out malaria one time.
When malaria strikes, take Malatu, containing Artemether and Lumefantrine. Comes in tablets and suspension for effective treatment of malaria.
Great to have you back. Thank you. No problem.
Malatu is suitable for adults and children. Manufactured and distributed by NS Chemist Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FD.
Get digi with it. Get digi with it. On your mark, ready, set, let's go. CBG Mobile USSD Young Co. Star 924 hash. Vanco the go. Smartphone no. Young phone no. Ever fire money transfer. For 3 hour water bill. For 3 hour light bill. Factor credit. Star 924 hash. You deserve it. Let's go. Get digi with it. Star 924 hash. Get digi with it. Star 924 hash.
CBG is empowering you to get digi with CBG Mobile. Simply dial star 924 hash and get digi with it.
CBG, we stand with you.
I love football. Football can be a dirty game, on or off the pitch. Even when I'm trying to score at a party, stains find a way of tracking me down. But I don't worry at all, because I have Cleansoft. Use new Cleansoft 360 Deep Clean, a unique formula with active ingredients and enzymes that gets rid of all stubborn stains and leaves your clothes smelling wonderful.
Cleansoft, my favorite.
Cleansoft 360 Deep Clean, clean all.
Hello. Are you okay?
No, not feeling too well.
This is Proco for Co by Kojak. You can get it from any drugstore.
I'm looking for Procode. No, this is not Procode.
Okay. And guide is on.
No, I'm looking for Procode. PROCOLD by Kojak. KOJACH. Aha. Thank you. If you ask for Procode by Kojak at your favorite drugstore, do not accept any other brand.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN, Roma Insecticide Spray and Coil, Universal Merchant Bank,
Lufat.
Hello there, good evening. You're still watching News 360. It's now time for the latest in the world of business. My name is Della Michelle. We begin with workers operating on digital platform businesses in Ghana as they face low pay and dangerous working conditions. This is according to a research conducted by the University of Oxford and the University of Ghana Business School. The study revealed that most online companies, particularly those in food delivery and ride-hailing platforms, do not meet basic standards of fair work.
Digital platform work provides essential income and opportunities to millions of people. It has created work opportunities for an estimated 60,000 to 100,000 Ghanaians. However, due to the virtual nature of such platforms, workers face multiple challenges ranging from poor wages to violence at work. Digital platforms classify workers as self-employed, thus lack the legal power to demand some benefits and suffer unfair conditions.
We are willing to work with regulators to be able to revise Ghana's laws, because our current labor law does not look at the gig economy and the fourth industrial revolution and the kinds of jobs that is producing. So we believe that this Fair Work report is able to highlight the things and the sort of changes that we think they are able to bring.
Fair Work Ghana selected 10 major gig platforms, rating them according to how fairly they treat their workers. The ratings is geared towards raising fairness in the online platform business economy with 5 principles.
They could not evidence the fact that at least all workers working on those platforms are able to earn the minimum wage set by the government when they take out their work-related costs. And when it comes to living wage, none of the platforms were able to provide us evidence. If people are not able to earn 1,100 a month working in Ghana, then you can see how difficult it is.
Dean of the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Justice Baule, said it is crucial for policymakers to pay particular attention to digital platform businesses and general working conditions across various sectors of the economy.
I am particularly worried about the hospitality industry and the kind of conditions. In fact, I am actually worried about the media and the kind of conditions and that a lot of you work under. I am particularly worried about private school and private school workers. These are areas where it looks to me that our Ministry of Labour and Employment Relations hasn't paid critical attention to.
MP for Abetifi, Brian Echampon, launching the report, urged the team to extend their research to other sectors of the economy.
Away from that, if you're a customer of Zoomlion, well, there's some news for you as Zoomlion Ghana has launched its electronic payment platforms to improve waste collection in the country. The e-platforms, which seeks to complement the company's 1 million free bin project, will afford customers the opportunity to make payment of all transactions from the comfort of their homes.
Electronic platforms include a mobile application for smartphone users, USSD code, and a website.
Digital transformation is reshaping the global economy in general. It's permeating every sector and aspect of our daily life. From the way we do business, the way we learn, the way we socialize, and the way we even access public and private services. Proper waste management practices and habits are hinged on efficiency, convenience, and effectiveness of the process involved. In essence, you need to make the process easy and seamless. It is for this reason that we have developed 3 amazing digital channels.
With *857#, existing and potential clients could have access to transactions which hitherto should have been conducted in person.
Initially, when we started, we did everything manually. So people had to walk into our offices to demand for bins. It took a long time. And so on that note, we are taking the bin distribution and collection on a digital note. So for now, you can just at the comfort of your home and then get a bin and get service or get your services paid for.
The initiative is with the hashtag Stop the Trash.
MTN Ghana has presented 20 brand new Hyundai Sonata cars to the last batch of winners in its 25th anniversary mega promo. The scheme rewarded subscribers for their daily purchase of airtime, data, and other packages.
Participants gained points by making calls, using data, sending SMS, subscribing to digital services, and undertaking mobile money transactions. They won cash prizes, free airtime among others. 20 lucky persons from 14 regions won brand new Sonata cars.
We're still in the business of doing amazing things. I would like to appreciate all customers, including our winners, for their loyalty all these years.
The winners expressed their gratitude to MTN.
To all the MTN customers out there, I think anytime there's promotion going on, we should all take part. It's a luck. It's a luck. You can get it.
I'm urging all MTN customers that they should participate whenever there is a promo. There is nothing like a scam. If not for even if not for a car, maybe you can win cash prizes and maybe data.
MTN assures customers of deepening customer relationship to ensure that beyond the functional benefits derived from patronizing services, they will stand a chance to live their cherished dreams.
And that's all the business news we have for you tonight. There's more business news available on 3news.com. My name is Della Michelle. Sports news is next with Juliet Bewa. Stay with us.
In a world where you can be anything, who will you become? When you can go anywhere and never be alone, how far will you go? When your voice can reach every ear in the world, who will you inspire? When your money can travel faster and further, who will it reach? When you can tell a story in every language, which one will you tell? When you don't need permission to turn your dreams into reality, you go for it. Whatever it is, wherever it is, go. And when you think you've reached your limit, we'll keep you going. Let's go.
UMB was established in 1972 as the premier bank for the corporate and private sector in Ghana. From our very beginning, as the only Ghanaian bank serving all categories of businesses, we set a standard for excellence and innovation. Over the past 45 years, we've built a financially healthy and strong bank, demonstrated our commitment to our customers and to growing businesses, and exhibited originality and innovation at every turn. At UMB, our focus is built around people, service, products and technology. These are the key to our present success and our future triumphs. At UMB, we're poised to make a difference not only with our customers, but also in the banking industry. We invite you to share in our future. Our future starts now with you.
The show was a jar or bar anyone conquer dim.
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Lufat. Lufat.
In Jija, woman malaria and kawan to them. Lufat, a malaria drop a cup.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat, a 2 malaria sentence. FDA, I should say, a day in Kratway, I just say, yeah.
Salaga, let's be it now. Yes. Wow. At 72, I still receive salary alerts because I made the best decision to invest a lump sum into the retirement salary.
Invest a lump sum today in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary and enjoy guaranteed monthly income for life, funeral cover, and the option of signing on with a spouse. Please call Old Mutual today, 050-453-4333.
Me feel ahotonkwa.
Old Mutual, 176 years of doing great things.
Should you rumor to me?
Tonton master, a baby juanamo. She's so madahati. Roma insecticide spray ada Roma. Entafre, entatia, make it her. No way. Shemikuno, and tonton bako crown fanimo. And also a pussy. Roma insecticide spray and mosquito coil. And out there we a sham. Roma,
Roma and tonton master.
Sports segment is brought to you by
Cal Kids Toothpaste, Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG.
Time now for sports here on News 360 with me, Juliet Biwa. To our very first story, and the Ghana Football Association says the March Day 7 Ghana Premier League fixture between Accra Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko has been rescheduled. The decision, according to the FA, is due to the itinerary of Hearts of Oak in respect to the second leg of the CAF Confederation Cup playoff against JS Suara. The tie, the FA says, makes it impossible for the team to return to Ghana in good time to honor that particular game. And Hearts are expected back in Ghana on Friday, that is December 10, making it impossible to play that match on Sunday, December 12. A new date, according to the FA, would be communicated soon. Still staying with issues relating to Accra Hearts of Oak, and they will leave Accra to Algeria on Wednesday for their second leg CAF Confederation Cup playoff tie against Algerian side JS Suara. And Hearts beat the North Africans 2-0 on Sunday in the first leg in Accra here and are positive of making the group stages. Their team has stepped up their preparations in the past 2 days.
Pressure has been mounting on the players and coach Samuel Boydu following their elimination from the CAF Champions League and subsequent sloppy start to the 2021-2022 Ghana Premier League season. The Phobians have drawn 3 and lost 1, picking up just 3 points out of a possible 12. Board member of the club, Frank Nelson Nwokolo, admits it has been a difficult start.
Yes, it's a worry because that is not where we are expected as defending champions. We are supposed to be on top and make sure that we dictate the pace. But in football, you know, it's not always that way. So I think we are learning our lessons, and I don't think we can allow further slips. But let's keep watching. Football is always about 90 minutes. But for Algeria, count it down. Accra supposed to scale the hurdles. We get there to the next level.
Skipper Fatau Mohammed explains the playing body is unhappy about their winless run in the league and offers the assurance that they are putting in work to overturn it.
It's our job to deliver. We losing is not the hobby that we decided not to lose. You know, sometimes football, there is a lot of things in football. But we thank Almighty Allah for bringing us back in the winning race.
Leaders of Hearts ladies, Madam Vicentia Doku, pledged their continued support to the coach and players to progress to the group stages in Algeria.
We're doing everything best to support them. We are not giving the coach the pressure at all, but we're doing everything that we take it cool and surely we'll get there.
The Phobians leave for Algeria on Wednesday ahead of their CAF Confederations Cup game against JSS Saoura on December 5.
Now to the Women's Premier Super Cup, and Lady Strikers and Sekondi Hazakas ladies snapped up the remaining semi-final slots in Group B of the ongoing maiden edition of that Women's Super Cup competition on Tuesday. Both secured wins to join Ampem Darkoa ladies and the Prisons ladies in completing their semi-finals roster. Lady Strikers top Group B with 7 points after coming from behind twice to defeat Ashton ladies 4-2 at Madina Zukurak Park, and depleted Hazakas ladies also secured a hard-fought 1-0 win over Kumasi Sports Academy. The league champions sailed through with 6 points. Remember, Ampem Darkoa and also Hazakas rekindled their rivalry in the fixture at 10 a.m. And Lady Strikers also face Prisons ladies in the second semis at 2 p.m. Their semi-final games are scheduled for Thursday, December 2 at Madina. Right, it's now time to take a look at what is trending in the world of sports. Right, so we apologize for that. That's your sport here on News 360 with me, Juliet Bewa. Good evening.
Nivea Black and White Deodorant.
protects me and my favorite outfit. That's why I feel confident and free. With 5-in-1 anti-formula, I stay fresh and protected for 48 hours. And my clothes stay stain-free. Nivea Black and White Anti-Stain Deodorant. Try it. Nivea's 5-in-1 anti-action formula and 48-hour protection is also available for men.
Tough on stains with longer-lasting freshness. New Omo Extra Fresh with longer-lasting freshness.
I'm hosting the family get-together because I make the best potato salad.
I've got DSTV. Choose joy. Choose an HD decoder plus 1 month DSTV access for only 169 Ghana cedis and enjoy every moment with DSTV.
Smiles are one of our most precious gifts. The problem is 1 in 2 people suffer from cavities. That's why hundreds of dentists like myself work together with Pepsodent to teach families in Ghana to brush day and night. Remember, your smile is the most important reason to brush day and night. Pepsodent, because every smile matters.
See how oily I am? It will take forever to clean this.
Take it easy, Pan. Your days of endless scrubbing are over. Madame just bought Sunlight Dishwash Liquid.
What do you know about a Pan's life?
This advanced formulation has real lemon juice that will cut through all those stains fast in just 1 wipe.
Wow, that was fast.
See how easy it is to remove all in 1 wipe? New Sunlight Dishwash Liquid removes oil stains in just 1 wipe.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Vodafone, Awake Purified Drinking Water.
Tonight in this segment, renowned rapper Edem has called for all relevant stakeholders to join in finding a permanent solution to the perennial issue of tidal waves, which has been affecting coastal areas across the country. While donating some relief items to those affected by the tidal waves in Keta, the VRMG CEO pushed for intensified education and measures to stop sand-winning activities along the Keta beaches.
I wasn't in the country when it happened, and so my response was a little slow, but this is our home, and Ghana is our home, and so if anything like this happens, we all have to contribute, and I feel that a concerted effort always makes relief situations easier. The government needs to find a lasting solution in terms of a proper sea defense, proper mechanisms that will not let the climate change that causes the tidal wave impact the community. Keta is a beautiful tourist place to visit. The beaches are beautiful, so it's a place that we have to preserve. So I'm calling on all stakeholders to also do things that will let it be a permanent solution.
Edem, if you look at his career, he's enjoyed a lot of support from the Volta region. So Edem, together with his team, are moving from Accra to the Volta region where they get to show love and support to the people, the victims of the tidal wave. So they are going to be donating some relief items. We just made a stop over from here. We are moving. Our next location is Keta, where them gets to meet and show love to his people.
I mean, it's my home, so if they don't support me, I'll come for them. Yeah. You know, but it makes it special. It's always special to go back home, and I really am happy that I'm going back home at a point when my people really need me, and God has blessed the team for us to be in a position to also contribute. That's quite important.
Well, that's it for the segment. We have international news coming up shortly.
Water gives life. Water is life. Enjoy the pure, refreshing taste of Awake purified drinking water, which comes in a uniquely designed bottle with a lemon green tap. Water is your perfect way to stay hydrated. And remember, for every bottle you buy, an amount will be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center, Ghana. Awake purified drinking water, one for life. For bulk purchase, contact 0262 351 251.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Introducing new Sunlight 2-in-1. It gives you burst, after burst, after burst of long-lasting freshness. New Sunlight 2-in-1 for burst after burst of long-lasting freshness.
Bronya is coming. Who is your Santa? Bronya is coming. Where is your Santa? Your friends are getting money. You are so broke. Ekoso for the phone. Ekoso for the phone. For the phone. Your friends are getting data. Don't you wait.
This festive season with the Vodafone Kosu promo. Claim your share of 2 million Ghana cedis worth of prizes in cash, airtime, and data whenever you recharge. Earn red coins after every top up and dial *533# or go to my Vodafone app to redeem your reward. No draws, no sign up. Oh, be a winner. Terms and conditions apply. Vodafone Smart Santa entry Joe Kosu.
Welcome back. Up next is international news.
Barbados has officially removed Queen Elizabeth II as its head of state and become the world's newest republic. In an overnight ceremony in the capital, Bridgetown, Dame Sandra Mason was sworn in as president. The Prince of Wales and Barbadian singer Rihanna attended the event, which coincided with the country's 55th anniversary of independence. In a speech, Prince Charles acknowledged the appalling atrocity of slavery the Caribbean island suffered. The new era of Barbados ends Britain's centuries of influence, including more than 200 years when the island was a hub for the transatlantic slave trade. To signify the official change of power, a final salute was made to the British monarchy and the royal standard flag was lowered and replaced. Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta has asked countries around the globe not to lock Africa out of international travel on account of the new Omicron variant of COVID-19. The US, the UK, Israel and 27 member states of the European Union are among those who enforced travel bans mostly targeted at southern African countries. South Africa announced discovery of the new highly infectious virus strain last week, although it has also been detected across Europe, and Dutch authorities now believe it was already present in their country when South Africa first alerted the World Health Organization. President Uhuru Kenyatta made the comments in what could be his last State of the Nation address before Parliament ahead of next year's general election in Kenya. He said African countries had made great progress in tackling coronavirus since it was first detected, and added that the new Omicron variant would not be defeated by locking off or shutting down the continent.
There's more news on 3news.com. Make some time and visit 3news.com. Join me and the rest of the team tomorrow morning on 3FM 92.7 from 5:55 a.m. to 10 a.m. We'll discuss the issues that happened in Parliament earlier today and what the way forward will look like. I am Alfred Okanse.
And I am Portia Gabo. Good evening.
Se wo pese wo kuma na